Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Bradley Walsh had faced countless contestants on the chase, watching their hopeful eyes dance across trivia questions like tightrope walkers balancing between intellect and luck. But this afternoon, under the glowing studio lights and the expectant gaze of the production crew, something felt off. It began subtly. The auto cue stuttered. The lights dimmed briefly, flickering like a heartbeat. And then, as if choreographed by mischief itself, the screen behind Bradley flickered to static, then black. Technical glitch? Muttered Jenny Ryan, the vixen, brushing back her signature red hair with a puzzled expression. Bradley, ever the professional, kept smiling. "Bit of excitement for a Monday, eh?" he quipped, prompting light laughter from the crew. But then, a voice crackled through his earpiece. Not the usual producer, not a familiar voice at all. "Your time is almost up, Bradley." He froze. "Come again?" There was silence. Jenny shot him a look. "Everything all right?" He smiled again, though this time it didn't quite reach his eyes. A bit of static in the earpiece. No worries. The cameras reset, lights stabilized, the show went on. But Bradley couldn't shake it. The odd voice, the message. His fingers tapped nervously against his cue cards as they rolled into the final round. As the contestant, a sprightly librarian from Norwich named Trina, took her seat for the final chase, something strange occurred. The question board glitched, then displayed a single phrase. "Absolutely not." Bradley raised an eyebrow. "Well, that's new." He turned toward the producer's booth. "Are we doing a theme episode today? Cryptic Clues Week?" No reply. The control booth was dark, empty. The vixen stood slowly, narrowing her eyes. "This isn't part of the show." The lights flickered again. Trina looked between them. "Is this a prank? I didn't sign up for Black Mirror." Then a voice, not in the earpiece this time, but echoing through the studio, rang out. "You've answered questions for decades, Bradley Walsh, but now the question is yours." The set transformed. The podiums vanished. The walls peeled away like paper, revealing an endless void of stars. Time slowed. The chasers disappeared, leaving Bradley standing on a glowing path suspended in space. Before him hovered a massive, floating sphere, a cosmic quiz machine of sorts, its surface swirling with memories of every episode he'd ever hosted. A voice, ancient and amused, continued, "Do you accept your next role or walk away forever?" Bradley stared at it. "What role?" "To host the final chase across time, across dimensions, to question not just humans, but gods, aliens, and sentient AI. The ultimate quiz, beyond the boundaries of reality." A silence. Then Bradley chuckled. That familiar glint returned in his eye. "You know what?" The sphere hummed expectantly. He raised a finger. "Absolutely not." A flash, a thunderous hum of protest. The stars trembled. And just like that, he was back. Studio lights, contestant chairs, producers shouting behind the glass, Jenny rolling her eyes and muttering, "Was that a nap or a meltdown?" Bradley looked around. Everything was normal. Almost too normal. He smirked at the camera. "You ever have one of those dreams where you're offered an intergalactic TV gig by a floating orb of knowledge?" Silence. Then, laughter. The crew thought he was joking. But Bradley knew the truth. He'd said no. To power. To fame beyond imagination. Because he loved this. The banter. The buzzers. The thrill of watching ordinary people beat the odds. As he raised his cue cards once more, he whispered, just for himself, "Some questions just aren't worth answering." And the game continued.